So to form negative in the past continuous tense, not is added between the auxiliary verb and the verb. Okay, so the verb form will be subject plus was or were plus not plus verb in its present participle form. The verb will be in its ing form. Okay, like see, he was not looking after his parents. So was not and looking ing excuse me, ing form of look. They were not reading. So reading. And if we need to form the interrogative in past continuous tense, was or were will be used before the subject. So see, was the cobbler mending the shoes? Were the boys playing a cricket? So whenever we are writing into an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verb or the helping verb will be used before the subject. So verb form is was or were plus subject plus verb in its present participle form, then the object complement. Remember children, was is used with I, he or she and singular subjects, and were is used with we, you, they and plural subjects. Then next is past perfect tense. So past perfect tense, it indicates or tells about a past condition or activity which was done before the completion of another action. Okay, so that action was completed at a specific time before the beginning of another action. So whichever action was done first, it will take past perfect form. Like see, he arrived after my guests had left. So here you see, two actions are there. He arrived after my guests had left. So the first action is my guest had left. So here see, to form a sentence in past perfect tense, auxiliary verb had is used and it is followed by past participle form of the verb. So here is subject plus had plus past participle of the verb or third form of the verb plus object or complement. So it is used to show an action that had been completed before another action was begun. Let's see here. The boys had hidden the cracker before the teacher entered the class. So the boys had hidden the cracker. First action. The teacher entered the class. Second action. Okay. When we have the words like already, before, never, still, then also we will use past perfect tense. And whenever we are changing a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, and the reporting verb is in past tense and the verb is in past tense, then we will use past perfect tense. Okay, this you will learn in the later chapters. Like see, I lost my bag 2 days before, he said. He said that he had lost his bag 2 days ago. Then next, negative sentences in past perfect tense. So whenever we are forming negative sentence, the word not is used after the auxiliary verb had. You can see, Sohan had not informed me about his illness. They had not completed their work when it started raining. I had not told him the truth when he asked me. So here the verb form is subject plus had plus not plus past participle of the verb plus object or complement. An interrogative is formed. So here it will start with the auxiliary verb had, then the subject, then the verb, then the object. You can see the example. Had he prepared himself for the exam? Had you ever been to Kolkata earlier? Had everybody come to the class on time? So here see in interrogative form, the auxiliary verb had is used first, then the subject, and then the verb in past participle form. Clear? Then next is past perfect continuous tense. So it is used to denote an action that began in the past and was continuing for some time and was completed in the past. So see the examples. We had been talking to him for half an hour. The teacher had been giving them assignment for a week. All of us had been waiting for you since morning. So here the auxiliary verb had is followed by been and the present participle form of the verb. Remember children, present participle means the ing form of the verb. And past participle means the third form. Like say eat, ate, eaten. So ate is the past tense, eaten is the past participle, the third form of the verb. So here the verb form is subject plus had plus been plus verb plus object or complement. So past perfect continuous tense, it denotes an action that began before a certain time in past and continued up to that time. Like see, when I joined the school, Rajat had already been studying here for 3 years. Okay, when we need to express an action that continued in the past for a given period of time. Now here we have the negative sentences in past perfect continuous tense. So for negative sentences, we will use not after the helping verb had. She had not been singing a song since morning. He had not been living with his parents for 14 years. My grandmother had not been keeping well for 3 months. Okay, so the negative is formed by adding not after the auxiliary verb had and before been. So verb form is subject plus had, not, been plus verb in present participle form plus object. Then to form the interrogative sentence, had is used in the beginning. The sentence will start with had, then subject, then been, then verb in present participle form plus object or complement. Like see, had he been looking at you for a while? Had she been taking medicine for 1 month? So, I hope the chapter is clear. Okay, thank you children.